Next one was mine. So I'm going to get into my story. So these are going to be fun. The first one is this. The man offers to buy city dump in last-ditch effort to recover 800 million in Bitcoin. So this guy actually has, like, there's a documentary about him, Keyan. If you go on YouTube and you type in, basically his girlfriend threw his laptop away that had all this Bitcoin on it. She like I don't know if she donated, but it ended up in the trash for some reason. And then so I remember this story like a while back. So I guess it finally happened. But in January, Howe lost a court battle with Newport City Council in Wales, which many expected would be his last shot at excavating the dump. But soon after, the Newport Council revealed that it would be closing the landfill. So it obviously said, hey, right? At that point, where is it at here? Howe told the Times that he envisions cleaning up the site, turning it into a park. So basically, he wants to buy the landfill, not only to look for that laptop, but to, maybe mine some Bitcoin probably too. Who knows? What do you think about this story? And do you think he'll actually find the laptop?
No, I don't think he will. But I hope he keeps trying because it's fun.
Would you buy a landfill?
I mean, if he must be really certain, but you have to be worried that he's like, convinced himself it's there when it's not. And, like maybe it got thrown out somewhere else. Maybe it was in a car or something, and it got thrown out outside of a Wendy's, wherever, he's located in the UK. So they probably don't have Wendy's, whatever, the baked bean fast food restaurants they have there, whatever.
Yeah. So it was this one. Okay. Yeah. I do remember it correctly. So in 2013, James Howe has been hoping to recover a laptop hard drive that he says contains the private key for cryptocurrency, which he says he mined in 2009. And they've been following it. The alleged number of Bitcoins has changed a bit, but Howe is now saying he lost about 8,000 Bitcoins. And as you know, the price has gone up. But I'm pretty sure his girlfriend threw it away.
Yeah, I
think that was the story because he was like really upset when he asked her, like, hey, where's the laptop that I had underneath my bed that was running or something? And she was like, oh, yeah, I donated that to Goodwill. Fascinating story. I can't wait to see. I hope he does find the laptop in the landfill. I'm rooting for this guy.
It's true. I mean,
I want to believe that he can make this happen.
He spent so much money and so many years looking for this laptop already. He got he raised I think tens of millions of dollars from investors to pay for the excavation. They get some portion of the Bitcoin he recovers. Did
you ever hear Jimmy? So Jimmy Song once told us a story about somebody, remember the story, maybe Jimmy can share it on Stacker.News, but he said that somebody like lost their private key or something and he was able to recover with a portion of it or something. He did like some math wizardry or whatever, and he was able to recover that Bitcoin. So that's the only story I ever heard of somebody recovering Bitcoin that they lost, was when Jimmy told me that story. I was like, what? That's insane. So I think this would be pretty magical if he's able to get access to all this Bitcoin. And then it's such a great story. That I want to see happen for the guy.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It'd be a heck of a story.
Would you do the same thing? Would you buy the landfill?
I probably would have given up. I probably would have, all that time and money, he probably could have, maybe had a couple Bitcoin. Maybe it's not 700.
What would you do, Austin?
Man, yeah, I don't know. It's like, my question goes back to that certainty. It would be like my level of certainty that it's in the dump. It's like if I was at a certain threshold of like 99.9%, I might just be like, hey, this is my hobby for the rest of my life. I'm going to piece by piece clean out this dump.
Yeah.
Like I could imagine myself accepting that if I'm 99.9% certain there's 8,500 Bitcoin sitting in there. But at the same time, I mean, it's such a misery. And this is like my biggest fear in Bitcoin is losing my Bitcoin, which, I mean, it should be.
Yeah. But how do you think he's going to do it, though? Like, do you think he'll just hire people? Because, like, what if they find it and then they don't tell him? It's a big dump.
Yeah, no, that's hard. How do you even create a process for that? Like, I would just freaking take it if it was me. But, tough. I actually have, like, a miniature version of this myself. I have, like, a million sats that I lost in a wallet where I copied the seed words it was a single sig with a passphrase, had two identical copies of the seed words, 2 identical copies of the passphrase, and they don't work. And it's like I set it up with this very careful process that I do.
Dude, this could be you in 10
so I
years.
know it's like, yeah, I know that it's one character or just 1 or 2 characters off.
Pleb dev loses
and probably in the
$1 million
passphrase.
And probably in the passphrase. And in the future, my plan is I'm going to mine it once that 1,000,000 sats becomes valuable enough for me. And it's like it's probably within a reasonable amount of time I can brute force the rest of the.
What's that
private key.
saying? Why wait for tomorrow? What
depending
you can do
on the
today?
length of the passphrase.
What's that saying? Why wait for tomorrow? What you can do today? There you go.
Yeah, I'll write the code